Good afternoon. We are here back for, what game number are we on? We are in the 30 range, I believe.
Actually, what we're doing is playing the last setup round game.
Yes.
The last 40-minute game is going to be Massachusetts versus Maryland.
Yes, it is game 32. That's what I was trying to figure out. We have a total of 42 games here this weekend. So game 32, currently what we are about to begin, Mass versus Maryland. I'd like to, without further ado, introduce the Massachusetts All-Stars. 109, Bella LaBrawl, she's tall. From Pioneer Valley Roller Derby, 121, Agent Malter. From Boston Roller Derby, 14, Kelly Cooper with Boston. 1920, Malice Paul with Boston. 2, Pena Colada, Western Mass Roller Derby. 207, Crulia Lewis with Boston. 221, Yeti or Not, Here I Come with Boston. 26, Reckless Rehab, as well as 3130, Peaches and Crania. They're both with Boston. And 341 in Raging Grace Mass Attack Roller Derby. 4, Scaro from Boston. 42, Lion King. 45, Callie Burr, Western Mass. 47, Stone Cold Killa with Mass Attack. 5, Sweet Enemy, Boston. 603, Cosmo Kramer, Western Mass. 8, Aubrey Planets with Boston. 88 Hardcore with Boston, as well as 99.99 Don't Lay Me Down from Western Mass Roller Derby. Alex and Obstinate are their managers. How about Team Maryland?
All right, Team Maryland, we have 007, Juka Windsor. 115, Pretty Paralyzer. Number 12, Off the Wall. 138, Gorley Girl. 1958, The Mighty Ices. 2113, Slambolina. 22, Lucretia McEvil. 24, Bourbon Bruiser. One of the captains, 25, Eddie Kruger. 2517, Tarantina. 29, Quesadiva. 306, Pink Medusa. 308, Gigi Hardy. 33, Garbomb Kelly, the other co-captain. Number 4, General Chaos. Number 40, Axel Greaser. 410, Fatal Faux Pas. 44, Princess Leia. 7, Barbie Lust. 712, Lithium Lady. We got Hal and Scruff on the bench. Already up there right now, we got Carbomb Kelly for Team Maryland.
Facing off against Don't Lay Me Down, Team Mass. Both fighting some fierce walls. Cruliette Lewis with the drawback on Carbomb Kelly.
Yeah, bringing her back here into turn 1. Good job. So both of these teams, Maryland so far 2-1 on the weekend. 2 wins, 1 loss to PA. Right now, Massachusetts on a roll.
Yes, they are 3-0, having prior victories over Michigan yesterday, as well as Team Maine and Saskatchewan.
Yes, Saskatchewan joining us for the first time. New team from Canada. Very excited to have them. Lammy gets on through, picks up the 4. Big smile and a wave. So this should be exciting. We got, I guess, the New England versus Chesapeake. Who's Maryland crab or New England crab suit better?
I don't know. I mean, we do have the clam chowder and not to forget lobsters.
Rub a little Old Bay on it, all tastes the same.
Yeah, that's true. They do sell Old Bay up north. It's really not a foreign concept.
Yeah, I don't think they use it as liberally as they do in Maryland.
No, we don't. But that's all right. And you know what else is all right? That is Hardcore taking lead for Team Mass. Her opposition
is Juka Windsor, who just finds a line on the inside. Got Koopa coming after her. Able to get free.
There's some offense coming from Kelly Cooper, helping Hardcore out, sticking with those small gains, putting 4 on the tally.
Yeah, what they've been able to do so far, Mass able to get out very quickly. That first jam took a little muddling, but then boom, right on out. Lammy got around very quickly and scored. Team Maryland looking to get onto the board for the first time here. Looks like they got Lithium Lady out there crouched down at the line.
Yep, she's joined by Yeti or Not, Here I Come. Probably my favorite name on the team this weekend.
I have to agree with that, but right now she has been such a solid force.
Really, I know.
All
and
the
she's
games,
sweet too.
Well, the best part, she was one of the earlier players here who's having consistency. Oh, the Mighty Ice is able to get a piece of her. No pass, no penalty.
That's right, and Yeti actually came to Boston from Santa Cruz. Okay, pack tentative in turn 1. Team Mass taking the front. There's a direction of gameplay penalty on Agent Mulder.
Now Lithium way to work from the front. Yeti driving to the front of the pack. Oh, gets by Pink Medusa out of the pack with a scoring pass.
Drawback from Cruliette Lewis. Appears to be detaining Lithium Lady in turn 2.
It's a good statement. Locked in jail in the back there right now. Finds a hole. And then here comes a recycle right back up in front.
We're having some spills in that back stretch too, but that's okay. Everyone quickly recovering, but Team Mass able to reform and recycle, although we have witnessed a star pass to the mighty ISIS.
Yeah, ISIS taking a star right now. They actually got her to jam yesterday, which you don't see too often, but now coming around, choosing to keep the jam going. Yeti keeps it running because didn't get the lead jammer, so.
Sweetie and crew working to hold back ISIS, and she is a force to reckon with. Breaks the pack, putting some points up.
4 points there, so we didn't have a lead jammer as a result of that illegal pass earlier, or no pass, no penalty. Now ISIS eyeing up another spot, comes in strong, wiped out to the inside.
And those are the first points for Team Maryland in this game. So it credited to the mighty ISIS.
Agent Mauld, her stalking mighty ISIS, not giving any room at all.
Sweetie and Mulder really working at taking away that space.
Yeah, we're creeping around to finally getting around to turns 4 and 3. Saw ISIS go down, gets back up. No pass, no penalty, but did pick up all 4 points, and I think that's 4 more as well for Mass.
Yes, we currently have 22-8 after a 14-8 jam in favor of Team Massachusetts. We're 4.5 minutes in, only heading into Jam 4. I don't know if I can take it. There's just so much excitement going on. Not to mention, because of the day, a lot more people are available, and our stands have been filling up. So it's nice to see here at Inline 309.
Yeah, stands are packed. Fans are starting to get involved in the game. We heard a couple chants from Maryland. Does Mass have any new chants? I know Boston does, but does Mass have any specific chants?
Oh, Flying King landing on one leg, but apparently going out of bounds, so having to recycle to the back of the pack. Well, the Massachusetts chant, I've talked about it on prior broadcasts because it's also their hashtag, everywhere else sucks. But
well, there you go. I guess you got to stand for something.
We love our home. What can I say? But Flying King out there, their competition is Fatal Faux Pas.
Yeah, Fatal Faux Pas still trying to get free. Looks like star has been handed off to Gigi Hardy, who's been one of the defensive stalwarts and taking the star all weekend long.
And it's great to see Gigi Hardy back with Team Maryland. I wasn't here last year, but I thoroughly enjoy watching Gigi Hardy skate.
Uh-oh, lost the star. Oh, realized it. Has to go back and pick the star up. So now we're resetting cells. Flying King jumps back into the action.
And after checking with their bench, King is running it because I saw Obstinate and Alex making that communication. Gigi Hardy right on their heels.
Gigi Hardy has been jamming a decent amount here and there for Charm and for Team Maryland. So the skills are there, always a pivot. Now driving on the front of the pack, trying to push things to turn 4.
Okay, and it looks like we have 2 packlets. It appears to be split between turns 3 and 4. And some
Bruiser in the back getting a knockout there. And the Flying King has to go to the back.
And Malice Paul taking back Gigi Hardy.
2 to beat. Oh, slicing through sideways.
And Bella Labral, oh yeah, she's tall, takes down Gigi Hardy after she starts to exit the pack. Enough to get through, picking up 4.
Marvy Luss with another little knock there, working with Fatal Faux Pas, who previously was the jammer. So that was 4 points on the last pass for Maryland, 2 for Mass.
Yeah, bringing us 33-16. About 13 minutes to go in the half, heading into Jam 5.
There it is, 13 minutes to go. Scoring not exactly flying up right now. We're getting some slow-moving jams. I think you got to credit the defense for both of that. Very solid on both sides.
Most definitely. And the thing that I enjoy about this particular pairing, prior to this most recent round, we're seeing some big score disparities. We're seeing a bigger challenge because these teams are closely matched. Sweetie with a big hit on Carbomb Kelly, but it is not enough to prevent Carbomb Kelly from getting lead.
Great job. I don't know if we got the corner. She literally hit the tape with that toe stop. Yes. Got free. Big leap getting free.
And that is Peaches and Cremia jamming for Team Massachusetts, but she stashed the star to make an exit as not lead.
Maryland called off just in time. I thought she was coming up very quickly, had a chance to snag some points, called off just in the nick of time. Carbomb Kelly looked like she was shot out of a cannon coming. I haven't seen her come with that much force. She was determined to get forward and got people moving.
I think there's been a build through the weekend for her. Being able to observe a few times, there have been some games I was off from announcing, so being able to enjoy being a fan,
well, she was
can't
able to
help it. I like Maryland as well.
She was able to close out that West Virginia game. The coaches trusted her being captain, put her out there. She finished the game. Gigi trying to fight off Laminator. Lammy gets free. Laminator, of course, on the back of the jersey. She's don't Lammy me down.
Don't Lammy me down. And it's tough for me because sometimes I bounce back to Rammy Lammy or Lammy Adder because those are the two previous incarnations of Lammy.
Correct. We were joking around talking about Lammy, saying Rammy Lammy, and she turned around with a big smile but a stern shake of the head saying, no, not this weekend.
Don't Lammy down. Yes.
It's great to see that these teams have so much fun getting together, and I think it's a different group dynamic before the season actually starts. That's what I love about the tournament, pulling all the leagues together, and you get to play with people and pick up different tips and tricks.
Most definitely, and it only makes everyone better. And I'm pretty sure Team Maryland, they're able to practice pretty frequently leading up to this event. That's not the case with many teams, but Mass is another one of those teams where they can capitalize on the time together. That is hardcore for Team Massachusetts picking up lead. And if you're just joining us, Team Massachusetts in blue, Team Maryland in red.
Yeah, star pass for Team Maryland going to Princess Leia. Like I said, there's a lot of new faces on Team Maryland, so they've had success this weekend, but they've shaken it up. There's about 7 new faces that have not played here before, so it's pretty interesting seeing how they're able to be cohesive. But considering Maryland's probably about 2.5 hours from one side to the other, they're able to get some practice together. Not a ton, but enough where it looks like there's some cohesion coming together.
That's
whereas
great.
Mass just always looks so strong, so consistent.
Yes.
Leia still working, gets free. 4 points for Princess Leia and Team Maryland. We're sitting at 38-24 at the moment.
Keeping it even with hardcore Princess Leia. Oh, and hardcore picks up 4 more, so an 8-4 jam thus far for Mass.
Oh, Breeze getting the contact. Leia came in to deliver contact. Breeze reissued it back.
Taking her right to the line.
Just Leia keeping at it. Originally, Jam started with Lithium Lady as the jammer. Now Slade's trying to fight through one of the taller players for Team Maryland.
And Agent Mulder working on Princess Leia, using those trigger feet, taking line to line, joined by Planet and Crew. Sweetie getting in there, the pivot, but taking down Lithium Lady, trying to maintain front position and allow some offense for hardcore. It pans out as she goes around the safe side.
Right now, yes. It looked like Breeze and Mulder are actually stepping up their game right now. The two of them working with the rest of the defense, literally just covering the back. Princess Leia now ground down in the back stretch as hardcore jumps into the pack one more time. Maryland able to only give up 1 point with that last attempt by hardcore. However, 3 points were picked up there by Princess Leia on the last run, so we're sitting at 58-27, 8:43 to go. What can we say? Exciting action so far. Been a long weekend. Starting to crunch down. This is our last 40-minute game. We're going to start having hour-long games after this.
I'm so excited. Although I will say I'm enjoying the 40-minute games. Maybe because where things were so abbreviated in the beginning, now it's, oh, I get more. And we get even more the bonus of regulation times.
Bonus time.
Yeah.
Feels like overtime, like we had first game today, overtime jam.
It's amazing.
And then the second game went down to the final jam as well. So looks like we got Bourbon Bruiser reporting to the penalty box for Team Maryland. Oh, that's Axel Greaser getting a knockout there on Yeti. Here we come. Oh, and that's Bella LaBall dropping Gigi Hardy.
Yeah, it was some pivot to pivot right there. And Yeti fighting against the Maryland defense in the back. Looks like Malice Paul and Kelly Cooper with the drawback on Fatal Faux Pas.
Marv coming back up. Marv had a couple hits already. Yeti grinding against Marv. Marv finally has to let her go. Fatal Faux Pas going around the outside.
I wasn't familiar with Marv until this weekend, and I have to say, Marv frightens me. In the best way possible. She's so skilled.
Marv is a unique character.
Yeah.
Marvy Luss, I met her several years ago. Famous Marv move is going to the box. Luckily, they don't have backs to the benches here or the penalty box. Normally, it goes there, crosses legs, extends in the box, and owns it like it's hers.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, very physical player. The interesting part about Marv is last year she was rostered. She tore her ACL right before the tournament, missed the whole year. Glad to see she's back out on her skates. It's really great to see her having fun out there.
Wonderful, and be able to get healthy so quickly. That last jam was 2-2, putting Massachusetts at 60, Maryland at 29 with less than 7 minutes to go in the half.
All right, we have Carbomb Kelly working away to front. Quesadiva in the middle, trying to play some offense, but spurting through the inside. Flying King.
It's those twinkle toes, I tell ya. And the pack heading into the back stretch, extending back to turn 2. Team Maryland's defense anxiously awaiting the arrival of Flying King.
Eddie Kruger holding the outside line. Flying King knocked to the inside by Quesadiva. Wow, Mass has just gotten reinforced in the front, just halted all momentum that Carbomb Kelly had. Right now, Eddie Kruger in the middle of defense, a captain for Maryland, trying to slow up Flying King.
One of the most noticeable things about the Team Mass defense, when Sweet Enemy is the pivot, she just has this way of commanding the pack, probably better than anyone I have ever seen. And it's amazing to watch the control and just how nicely and smooth they move.
Yes, it's always interesting having that pack leader, and then it's entertaining if you can see if the other team can identify who that is and try to target them, because Marv tends to be one of those as well for Team Maryland, as well as Eddie Kruger. There you go, actually seeing General Chaos at the line. Like I said, previously she missed the previous 2 days. She got pink eye and had to wait for the medicine to kick in and be clear for 24 hours. So she's out there. I'm glad to see her out there. First time playing this weekend for Team Maryland.
Oh, the poor thing. But the good thing is she's healthy, not contagious, and everyone's playing safely.
Yeah, Hal put the shutdown because she got pink eye in one eye and then realized it went to the other, so she had to wait another day for the medicine to get into both eyes. I was like, uh-oh, who would have guessed?
Yeah, you know what? That's all right, though, and good for Coach. Lead going to Duke of Windsor.
Yes, Duke of Windsor, one of the newer players to Team Maryland, having success. Now it's time to wind some points up. They have the opportunity. Peaches and Creamia takes the star off.
Yep, she's going with the stash because she was pulled back by number 308, Gigi Hardy, into turn 2. But now the pack is moved up further in the backstretch, midway the back of the pack, extending into turn 3.
All right, long bridge over there. Okay, Mass going back to reform the pack and help some offense. Gigi Hardy with the knockout. Gigi, when you talk to her, she's sweet as pie, but tall and wiry, but so quick, able to glue herself to other blockers.
And it appears we have had a star pass from Peaches and Creamia to Malice Paul. Pack is starting to pick up some speed as it heads into turn 1. Team Maryland taking the front.
Looks like they're going to keep this going here. I'm intrigued to see why, because you know, they've been good at getting jams ended, and Mass has had the flow of success with the jammers. Juka Hearts ushered to the outside. Is that Kelly Cooper? Yes, it is.
Yep, and Stone Cold Killer going in to play some O for Malice Paul, helping out, however, Team Maryland shutting it down in the front of the pack.
Now, once again, Gigi going back. Gigi's been a constant pivot all weekend long. Now both teams just grinding it down. We get a rugby sprung in the back stretch.
Malice able to get by on the outside.
Oh, I see a cut track call. That was Gigi Holly pulled the cut track. I didn't see it was on the back stretch, but now Maryland going on the power jam. We got about 8 seconds left in the jam, and good call. They called it off real quickly.
Pivots can be sneaky, but man, did she play it right. 9-3 on that jam for Maryland. Oh, I apologize. 13-3 for Maryland.
Yeah, there's 3 in the pocket still before it went to the box.
And 67 Massachusetts, 42 Maryland. We have about 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining this half.
And you were dead on earlier. You were excited about this matchup. Yes, they seem to be very evenly matched. I hear a roar from the crowd. Uh-oh.
Well, you know.
The mighty Isis has the star on.
Yeah.
Gigi up there playing some offense right away, trying to get things started. Isis is a force to deal with, very physical, knocked out. Skaters go down, no pass, no penalty, so the option to get lead jammer is still out there.
Malice could come out of the box and snag lead, but I think that this is probably the most powerful of all jams because you look at the force that is Isis.
Waiting for the offense to come up. Not really helping so much. She's moving 4 blockers by herself, juts through the front. I see a penalty being called on a blocker for Mass.
That is Planets off to the penalty box, a.k.a. Breeze.
That's why I keep saying, I was like, Breeze and Planets. I keep going back and forth because they were calling her Breeze from the bench earlier when I was announcing live.
Aubrey Planets, Breeze.
Thank you. There's always a reason for this stuff, and that's why you keep me straight.
Hey, we help each other out, and that's the thing. Teamwork makes the dream work, especially here at Battle of the All-Stars 2018.
It's always funny working with you, Banshee. We always have a blast. But yes, this one, I mean, you're from New England area. I'm from roughly the Maryland, Delaware area. We got 20 points separating these two teams with 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
Heading into Jam 12. And just in case you want to go back and rehash the fantasticness of all of the games we've been watching this weekend, or if you're not able to make it here in house at Inlane 309, you can catch this live stream. Tell your friends if you're watching and they're on Facebook saying, I can't find the link. Tell them, go to the New England Roller Derby Report Facebook page has the link, but also YouTube channel. They can subscribe and get notifications when they go live.
All right, we got Laminator breaking free from the pack. Bourbon Bruiser reporting to the penalty box. Lammy coming around, getting up and getting down.
Gumby jumping so gracefully across that turn 2 apex. And I think we may have an instant replay. We'll wait and see what Nerd Derby can come up with.
Yeah, got to give credit to Nerd Derby doing a great job all weekend long. Lammy lifted up and carried probably about a good 8 feet, landed, and then got a nice stop.
Okay. We have our replay. Check it out.
And she got a big stop there, runs right into her own blocker who stops the momentum and glides out of the pack. Like she planned it that way.
It works out beautifully. That
was friendly fire in the right way.
That's correct. Leaping with the reckless abandon. I wouldn't say reckless, purposeful abandon.
Looked like she had it planned out.
Oh, yes, always very calculated. And back to the track, we have back advantage for Massachusetts, 4-3, as we have Bourbon Bruiser standing in the penalty box. Hardcore picking up lead. Your jammer is Carbomb Kelly, Team Maryland's captain.
Yeah, gets free on the back stretch. Reinforcements come from the penalty box. Carbomb now stalking the back of the pack. Oh, jukes the outside, darts right on inside, set up the Maryland defense, and just capitalized. They all went to the out and took advantage of the inside. Very organized there.
A quick 4, making it 79-47. Not sure if we'll have one more jam as we're going 3, 2, 1 on the period clock. We've reached our intermission. Wow, what a way to start this game. The first half looking pretty good on both sides.
Yes, 32 points separating both teams. So far, Mass's defenses have been a big impact. I've seen the recycle be very good. I mean, it's not that they were grinding it, but as soon as something starts to slip, they all get back out in front. I got to give credit to Mass for doing a tremendous job of just always harassing the jammer.
Yes, they love it. And Team Maryland most definitely working the drawbacks well and being particularly conscientious with their jammer stable.
So stay tuned. We'll be back. It's about another 4.5 minutes. We'll be on break. We'll get back to the action. I'm Tom Fuller. With me the whole time is
Beautiful Banshee, and see you in a few.
All right, welcome back. Second half, Team Massachusetts taking on Team Maryland. The winner of this game gets to take on Colorado for Game 39 tomorrow at 1:20.
Oh,
Banshee,
that is an exciting slot to look forward to.
we have a lot to look forward to. We got a second half still coming. I don't know, Mass seemed to steadily be in control. I don't remember Maryland really having a lead at any point. They pretty much wire to wire, Mass took control.
And they most definitely did, and I think that there's something special. There is some magic happening for Team Mass this year. Really, it's true. It's just the blend of skaters that are on the roster and how invested they are in the success of the team, and they're having a blast doing it. So speaking of having a blast, that is Yeti or Not, Here I Come, able to stay inbounds and play very controlled, taking lead for Team Massachusetts, facing off against Car Bomb Kelly, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Marv, that's the third time. Marv and Yeti is my new favorite matchup. Physicality be thrown out. It is coming. Marv and Yeti, both physical players. Now Eddie Kruger getting a piece of, now getting a drag back. Captain Eddie Kruger from Team Maryland. And then Slambolina did take a star, forced the call off, but Yeti already did the damage, getting a point.
And that 1 point evened things out. So now Massachusetts, as it is at an even number, 80 points to Maryland's 47.
Yeah, Maryland's defense was able to stand up tall. Yeti got through pretty quickly, but then Marv and Eddie, who have been having a great job, Eddie Kruger all weekend long, were able to slow things up just enough to get things stopped. We're getting ready to start the next one.
And I know I've mentioned that Car Bomb Kelly is one of the captains. Eddie Kruger is Team Maryland's other captain.
Yep.
Hardcore with lead jammer status for Team Mass. Ooh.
Yeah, Team Maryland looks like Gigi Hardy going back to the penalty box with the pivot star on. Juka Windsor in the front dealing with that defense.
That is Reckless Rehab, Bella Labral, and Kelly Cooper constantly flowing tripod. Not enough to keep her out of play, but gets through the pack, Duke of Windsor, as Hardcore hits it again.
Hardcore's up there, turns around, tiptoeing backwards, quickly calls it off. Little off balance there. I didn't know if she was going to get the call off and go down. You always worry about at that last second when you think, okay, they're getting ready to call it off. Then they start to fall and they lose track and aren't able to call it off. She was able to do so. That's the worst. You see somebody go down, they're trying, but like they're just off balance.
I can't move my arm. I'm squishing it. Yeah, that happens too. We've seen that a few times this weekend.
All right, Gourley Girl, lone Delaware representative for Team Maryland, since Delaware only has 2 teams and all state teams here require 4 league teams to actually make up each team.
Oh, very good to know. And that is Don't Lay Me Down, her opposition.
Oh, Don't Let Me Down set it up perfectly, went to the outside and jolted to the inside.
The perfect fake right off the line leads to her credit. Meanwhile, the Team Mass defense working the cube, dropping to a trio in the front, able to bring her to the back.
Gigi once again getting involved, getting a knockoff. Now team's getting reinforced. Slaya tries to get low, but Lammy stays lower with a beautiful spin and gets free.
Gourley Girl takes the star off her head.
Looked like trying to hold it, pass it to Gigi Hardy, and then kind of knock Gigi Hardy down.
Yeah, these things happen. They don't always go according to plan.
Correct, we improvise as we go.
Yes.
Right now, Gourley Girl in the backstretch trying to unlock that defense. Little sideways pass. I don't know if it was actually handed off or not. It looks like it was. Gigi Hardy now has the star, and Matt's all over her as well.
Both teams getting rather cozy mid-back stretch as they are shuffling around.
So that was Planis doing a great job splitting the defense and actually going right through the middle with Lammy.
Part of the C's for Lammy.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
And it would be a red sea of red jerseys.
Oh, that is correct. And far better than my initial analysis. Okay, we're seeing our pivot. Looks like that's Gigi Hardy, if I'm not mistaken, who's been handed the star, being held back by Sweet Enemy.
Yeah, there was a slick little pass up and underneath, but Mass was all over it in the backstretch. Gigi's got one more to beat. Oh, gave her back, took the hit, spun off.
Sweetie was not letting up, though. She managed to follow her. She lost her for a second. It looked like she did a spin around that apex and then caught her. Not enough.
Yeah, it was interesting. Gigi kind of patted at her back. It looked like she showed her back, took the hit in the back, was hoping maybe to pick up a penalty. It looked pretty incidental, but it was an interesting situation. You give your back up, that's what it is, but then always worry, if you give your back up, you're always afraid to get hit and have an awkward fall or get hit in the lower back and just feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, you know, slightly risky. But that was a 19-0 jam for Team Massachusetts, 108 to 47. Heading into Jam 5, we are down a blocker for Team Mass, giving Team Maryland a 4-3 pack advantage.
Yeah, there's one blocker down and getting around the outside. Flying King. Right now, Fatal Faux Pas trying to fight her way through. Big hit in the middle by the Mighty Ices. Freeze Fatal Faux Pas. Now it's a fight to get in front.
Flying King has about a quarter lap on Fatal Faux Pas.
Yeah, Mass was able to hold Axel Greaser just for a second. Marv closes door on the inside line, knocks off Flying King. Only 2 points given up. Able to seal that inside line. He gave a couple up, but didn't give them all. Good effort late there by Team Maryland. We have our last blocker standing there for Massachusetts. Her reinforcements ready to come in.
Yes, Cruliet Lewis showing her hands of how many seconds she has left in the box, signaling to her bench.
Good call. Right now, 4-on-3, briefly for 4 seconds. However, the additional few seconds to get to the pack. Right now, Carbomb Kelly, I see standing. I didn't see who went out there for Mass. Is that hardcore?
Let's see. I know it's a little tough to tell because I have a wall of red right in front of her.
Carbomb Kelly gets hit by Mulder.
No, that would be Cosmo Kramer. This is Cosmo's jammer debut in this particular game, but she's had a great presence on the track this weekend at Battle of the All-Stars.
That she has. I don't know, blockers going back, and they get the call. That was great combination between Quesadiva and Marvy Luss, jumping back just at the right time.
Cutting the track penalty to Cosmo Kramer, and that leaves Carbomb Kelly not just with her lead, but the power jam.
Yeah, but so far, Mass has done a great job of killing this, and who is that digging
Sweetie,
in?
Sweet Enemy, number 5, hailing from Boston Roller Derby, just really doing the dance with Carbomb Kelly.
No sweetness in that, just
no.
nastiness, just digging in. Carbomb actually has a little smile, being like, "Are you serious?"
Yes,
this
very.
This tripod is back in front of me. Oh, and then getting finished off, beautiful hit there, number 45. That was Callie Burr finishing Carbomb Kelly. Pinballing your way through. Oh, beautiful launch from the box. Yep. Bounced off one red blocker into the other and split them up.
Cosmo Kramer is pretty wily on the track. I've had the pleasure of skating against her several times, and yeah, we definitely give each other a challenge. I was like, you were so crazy to catch.
All right, looked like taking the star for the first time all weekend. Looks like that is, I apologize, go, General Chaos.
Oh, we have Chaos on the line versus Peaches and Creamia from Team Mass.
Now, she's been taking the star mostly as a pivot, now actually out there taking the star. We'll see what she got to start the jam.
Yes, we see at Boston Roller Derby, we see Peaches jam quite a bit.
Okay.
But it is interesting to see the different rostering choices. They try to suit their opponent. So this may serve them better as she picks up lead.
Lucretia McEvil up there trying to hold up some blockers. General Chaos trying to fight her way through. Coming in very quickly, Peaches and Creamia. That was a short flight.
Right around the outside as Bella LeBral as well as Reckless Rehab and Kelly Cooper just really putting in work against General Chaos.
Yeah, it was a short, quick flight by Peaches and Creamia. Just skipped through the inside, got the points, got down smoothly, choosing to keep it going. General Chaos jumps into the pack. Picks up 3 points on the last pass. I think that's 3 as well. So matching that last pass, but the damage already done by Mass.
Yes, it was an 8-3 jam in total. I was just watching, I'm like, okay, scoreboard update. 118 to 54. And we have 11.5 minutes remaining heading into Jam 7. Oh, we see the pad giving a little breathing room to the jammer line. Full complement of blockers. Sweetie right at the hilt.
Yeah, it looks like we got Yeti or Not, here we come, taking on Gorley Girl.
Yeti blasting through like the Kool-Aid man saying, oh yeah, I'll take lead.
Definitely bringing a lot of sugar. Looks like she's got a ton of energy, eyeing up another pass. Boom, blowing up the wall. Princess Slay able to absorb the hit. Yeti goes down, but up like she has a spring on her bottom.
Yeti just taking that momentum. She's got that good lean, and it's incredibly effective of splitting the shoulders and hips of her opposition.
But it's also, sometimes you see jammers who come up make contact and don't really continue momentum.
Right, they
that
bounce.
lean allows her to keep, even if she goes down, puts a hand down, keeps moving forward, it keeps the feet moving. Gotta love the constant momentum.
Yes. Definitely fun to watch and effective.
Effective is one way to put it.
Yes.
Very successful is how I like to see it.
Yes, successful.
All right, right now I see Fatal Faux Pas ducked down there for Team Maryland. All blockers on the floor.
4-on-4 in the pack.
That's Flying King, I believe, as well.
Yes, Flying King heading in the middle of that brace 2 wall, able to split it momentarily, cutting around the outside, picking up the lead for Team Massachusetts.
That was a great job by Scaro. Actually sealed the whole entire Maryland wall all by herself and got the jammer free. Now Fatal Faux Pas locked in the back once again, recycled.
Stashing the star Fatal Faux Pas. We'll see if she's going for a pass or stash.
Well, meanwhile, you got Gigi up here playing tough defense. I don't know if she's aware of that stash. Gigi's stick in the Flying King.
King trying to work past Marv and Gigi.
Getting backed up by Axel Greaser. Very organized defense. Gigi gets the knockout and gliding back slowly.
And King out with a smile in turn 1, knowing exactly what they're facing.
And Marv comes back, plays offense, just as she thought you were going back to brace. Played offense and sprung Fatal Faux Pas. Flying King, no. 5 more points on the board.
We're seeing Mass take the front and Maryland in the back. Jam is called.
Got about 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
It was a 5-0 Jam, if I'm seeing that correctly, bringing it 127 to 54, heading into Jam 9.
Cool. I don't know, Banshee, it's been exciting, but Massachusetts is just slowly building upon a lead. Not anything monster, but just slowly and consistent, and that's what we expect to see, and that's what we saw yesterday, just consistently building. No big bombs coming out. They're just building and building, and that's one good thing. It means your defense is working and your jammers are constantly getting out.
And speaking of getting out, that lead jammer is hardcore with C Mass. Her opposition, that is 2-1-1-3.
Slambolina took the star off, got a seal from the offense. Now free. Let's see if Mass keeps it going. Nope, they shut it down.
Now, has Slambolina had the star before? I know she accepted a pass.
Not this game. She took it earlier in the weekend. That was the first time in this game. So they're kind of shaking things up. We've seen Juke of Hearts. We've seen Slambolina shaking it up once again. I see the Mighty Isis going back towards the line.
Oh, this is a fun match. Look at this.
Yeah,
the little chat.
Lammy
and Isis.
There are 2 characters up on the line.
I love it. Okay, we do have Malice Paul sitting in the box for Team Massachusetts. Pack advantage 4-3 Team Maryland.
Lammy threw him into Isis and then had a big smile on her face.
She's like, this is for you. Oh, all right. And with some swimmy arms after exiting the pack to regain balance. That is Lammy with lead, but the Mighty Isis about a quarter lap behind her.
She took the hit, and I saw the foot go out, and she just kind of hovered it above the line. I thought she touched out, but you saw her pick it up at the end being like, oh, I hovered.
Like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Calling it off in time. Yes, just in time. Lammy picks up 2, none.
But you can see how much fun they're both having as the Mighty Isis exit the pack, heading back to the bench with a huge smile.
All I can see is the look on her face like, seriously, come on, I got in there. You got to give me something. You know, Mighty Isis is like, I deserved it. I got in there.
Hey, it worked. And Team Maryland taking a much-deserved timeout, just giving them a breather. It was a 2-0 Jam, 133 to 54.
All right, while you have timeout, we give a shout-out to Bucksmont Roller Derby, who's been housing us all weekend. We're here at Inline 309 in Hatfield, PA, taking care of you, taking care of me, everybody here.
Fantastic job. They amped up the number of food trucks that are out there. Perhaps this morning I've seen 4. It's been 2 prior days, but again, they're definitely making sure everyone has access to good eats. Not to mention they've done wonderful on hospitality for all of their volunteers. So yes, huge thank you to Bucksmont.
Yeah, the big roar I heard from the crowd earlier was when I learned that they originally said that the beer was going to be sold at 5. It turned to 1:30.
Yes.
Needs to say the crowd has opened up, got into the game, loosened things up perfectly.
Everyone is happy because of that barley and hops.
It's amazing that Elixir does crazy things to people.
Okay, you know what else does crazy things to people? Roller derby. We know this because
So what are you trying to say? Yeah. We're hopped up on roller derby? That's probably accurate.
I think we're pretty hopped up on roller derby. It's not just the 5-hour energy.
Yes, there was a new thing happening during halftime. Trying 5-hour energy was Banshee, and she's been energetic ever since.
Well, watch out. I might be bouncing off the walls later. I'm just warning you. But who is bouncing through the pack? That is Cosmo Kramer picking up lead for Team Mass.
Tarantina still trying to fight her way through the pack on the back stretch. Now coming around the score is?
I saw some great things from Tarantina yesterday during Team Maryland's games, so it's nice to see her with the start again.
Correct. Oh, Gigi getting the stop right now, though. Cosmo Kramer still on a scoring pass. Locked up in the middle of the back stretch, trying to figure out what's going on. That's a braced wall with Princess Leia. Tarantina now trying to get into turn 3, hasn't got out of it yet. Now getting knocked backwards one more time. That is Agent Mulder doing the honors. Having a phenomenal game has been Agent Mulder.
Yes, and it's seen consistent play from her all weekend, and it's only getting better.
See a blocker go down. I heard a whistle. We're going to have somebody most likely sent off. But it looks like getting recycled to the back. That's Pink Medusa doing the honors this time. Star has been passed to Gigi Hardy.
That's right, and she divides and conquers the Mass defense after a few seconds. It looks like Sweetie, her first trip to the penalty box, you know, after all that dancing, you know, she got caught up in something, but that's okay. And I know we've been talking about this, where this is the last abbreviated game of the tournament. They skaters have a maximum of 5 penalties before fouling out. In the even shorter games, it was 4. So there is a little bit of wiggle room. However, it's been a pretty clean game, and that's really nice to see.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that as well. Like I said, 4-on-3 right now. Advantage going to Maryland. Hasn't stopped Massachusetts. The Jammer's been so consistent. I believe that's Lithium Lady up there taking on Yeti or not. And Yeti or not, just bowling through the inside. Both Jammers on the inside. One goes in, one goes out. Who gets free? Oh, Team Maryland takes lead Jammer.
And it was a battle for Yeti, but she picked up a forearm call, and I think that was from when General Chaos hit the floor. But power jam, to Maryland's credit. We'll see what Lithium Lady does.
Yeah, I got to give credit to General Chaos. I thought Yeti was free, and all of a sudden she kind of wiggled her way back up and under and got the penalty call. Lithium Lady now dealing with a tough 2-wall in the front.
Yes, and those 2 blockers, former Mass Attack Roller Derby teammates in Raging Grace and Malice Paul, joined by Sweetie after she returns.
Yep, full assortment of blockers now left out there. Mass reinforcements come from the penalty box and in jail right now, just pushing to the outside. Lithium Lady patiently steps out, now has to go back around.
Yeti returning, still on her initial, has stashed the star to make a quick exit.
All right, Lithium Lady making another run at it, but it looks like there's a knockout on Yeti. No pass, no penalty is free, though.
Now eligible to score.
General Chaos reporting into the box, so no pivot left on the floor for Team Maryland.
Let's see if the pack advantage for Team Mass works for Yeti. It does, 4 points up.
Correct, Lithium Lady choosing to run it. Not sure, look, yeah, choosing to run it. Taps her hips, but not repeatedly. Gets it caught off. She had 5 points, but Yeti comes around once again. I didn't see how much. It's 2 or 3. Looks like 2 more points for Yeti.
Yeah, so Team Maryland did win the jam. Oh, no. Team Mass won the jam 6-5. I'm sorry.
So they chose to keep it running, and it didn't work out for them. And then it looked like there's a hesitation in that last call.
I noticed.
And then she called it off, and that was extra 2-point snag.
I think perhaps, and this is my speculation, not speaking for anyone else, that perhaps she didn't see the bench clearly and find out.
It was on the far side. You're right. It was on the far side. Cross thing. Maybe didn't see it.
And because now the teams are changing. They're switching benches at the half. That wasn't happening earlier on in the tournament. But back to the track. That is Caliber. We've been missing her with the star, and it's great to see her picking up lead, hailing from Western Mass Roller Derby.
Carbomb Kelly coming up. The jam is called off. Meanwhile, Maryland lost Eddie Kruger to the box. Meanwhile, another short hit it, get out quick. Stealing candy and getting out very quickly.
And Malice Paul in the box standing. Yeah.
So they're all brand new. Like they were brand new folks then.
Right, and Chad Chad with Nerd Derby was just mentioning to me off the mic, because we've had the ability to work together at quite a few different events. One being the original All 8 on the Floor tournament in Massachusetts that was hosted as a B-team tournament with Worcester Roller Derby. And many of the skaters who are on Team Mass today, excellent point, that they were brand new at the time of the original All 8 on the Floor. So the progress over those 5 years, almost 6 years actually, it's incredible to see how they've grown. And grown they have. When you look at Don't Lay Me Down, she is not lead though. She's hot on the heels of Gigi Hardy, Team Maryland, who is working quickly through the pack.
Yep, Gigi knocked out to the inside, forced the call off. It was great work. Isis with a couple big hits on the front, and then looks like now Hal calling a timeout for Team Maryland. Going to shut things down for a bit with the score 151-59 with 1:25 to go.
Whew. Heading into Jam 15, the quality of gameplay, I'm really appreciating this game, and it's not just because Team Mass is winning. I just really enjoy watching Team Maryland as well, and seeing with the newer team members in the mix, there's so much happening. It's really great to see.
It's interesting. There's been a breath of new life, because there's been a lot of veterans that were on the team previously who weren't able to make it for some reasons or have stepped down. But it's interesting seeing the new faces, because a lot of them I talked to are taking things they've already learned from the practices back to their smaller leagues. But I'm excited just seeing a whole bunch of new faces, know that we have the opportunity to see them again in the future.
Yes, and it's great. I just don't know what else to say about it. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time finding words.
It's all good. Well, we're ready to get back to the action.
It's like all of those feels, just from what Chad was saying as well. It's great because you see that there is longevity.
Is it a filament?
It's
like
a filament.
It's a filament.
It's a filament.
All right, pretty paralyzer around the outside. That's the quickest I've seen Team Maryland get out today. And guess who's right behind her?
Of course, hardcore. But what's funny about Paralyzer, she seriously stepped over the pack. It's amazing. Taken to the outfield in turn one. Peaches and Cremia with the run back. Able to detain her. 4
Big
points
seal
up
on the
so
outside
far.
there by Team Maryland. Paralyzer gets through, calls it off, picks up 3, but there was already points picked up by Hardcore, so Mass winning the jam once again, 4-3. Even when Maryland gets out, the jam gets a little too long, not able to call it off and get the points, so they keep at it. Looks like we got a new jammer at the line. I believe that's Quesadiva. We'll wait and get clarification.
Ooh, we'll see.
Yeah, I believe that's 29. It's the first time we've seen her jamming all weekend, so a new opportunity for a new skater.
Oh, Battle of the All-Stars jamming debut, and not just for this game.
Kelly Burr knocked to the outside. That's Carbomb Kelly's been jamming mostly all day.
Callie Burr is back with a star on her head.
Bella Sheetal using them long legs, slowing up. Quesadiva able to spin free, but no, there's a penalty.
Oh, a huge hit coming from Team Maryland. I'm sorry I didn't catch the blocker's name, but that was pretty fabulous with the green helmet out there. Taking Callie Burr all the way to the outfield.
That was Carbomb Kelly.
Oh, Carbomb Kelly.
Playing both sides of the game, playing offense and defense.
Right. Seen her so much with the star on her head, I got confused. All right, the pack extending out from the back stretch. Callie Burr able to break free. Hits and quits. Our unofficial score we'll have for you in a moment.
Great timing. I thought she was calling it off to leave the jammer ice, but no, the time clock has run out. Unfortunately, looks like the New England clam chowder's better than the Maryland.
Well, it's all still seafood.
It is, and it's all delicious, and I'm glad to be a part of this game. Banshee, this was a blast because, you know what, Massachusetts stood up. They built a very solid team, but I think Maryland could take away that they're proud. Both these teams will be in action again, though.
Yes, they will, and we look forward to it. But what we're going to do right now, after this final score, 155-62, congratulations, Team Massachusetts, we're going to take a pause when they do their high fives and vote on the MVPs, and we'll be back shortly with post-game interviews.
Welcome back to Bottom of the All-Stars 2018. We just got done with the Massachusetts-Maryland game. I'm here with Maryland MVP Gigi Hardy from Charm City. It was such a pleasure watching you out there, watching you go from like offense to defense so well. How do you feel about the team so far coming together? The weekend's coming on. How's everybody feeling?
We're definitely feeling strong. The strongest we've been this weekend, I think. Our walls have really come together. We worked a little bit on warm-ups and getting all the way to the line. And I think we proved with Massachusetts that we can really get to the line. Maybe we've got some work to do with our middle bit of the track, but we covered those lines, and we're coming together as a team. We got a lot of turnover this year. So we're just, getting to know each other and playing as a unit together. Ready to kick ass tomorrow.
Yes. So you've been like the release valve. You're always playing tough defense, but how many times you take the start this weekend has been amazing, and you've even jammed a couple times. How much does that take out of you, and how does it make you feel to be that release valve for your jammers?
A lot of pressure. I feel like it's something that I'm still working on. I wish I could be faster and more precise in when I'm going to get the star for my jammers. I get caught up in defense a lot of the time. So playing with my team back at home, obviously with Charm, I know my teammates, so I know I can leave, but here we're still working things out, so I sometimes don't leave soon enough, and I'm not there for my jammers when I should be. But it's an experience. I love doing the double, the double trouble there, trying to jam and block, and just working on it, trying to be better.
So Gigi Hardy hasn't quite perfected it yet. She's still working on it, so watch out, Derby World. So you guys are now off for the rest of the evening. What is the plan team to do, or what are the team plans to get together and refocus for tomorrow?
We're going to Susie's.
So they're going to go out, have a good time, and relax, and they'll be back tomorrow. Once again, thank you, MVP Gigi Hardy. Good luck with the rest of the tournament. We'll be back with our other MVP.
Hi, it's Banshee here at Battle of the All-Stars 2018 with New England Roller Derby Report. I am here with the MVP from Team Massachusetts, Agent Mulder. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
We saw you out there. You're an absolute powerhouse, exploding in the center of the pack with defense, and not to mention, when you came through for offense, you took the opposition by surprise. We were thoroughly impressed at the broadcast announcer table. I strongly suggest that you rewatch on Nerd Derby. You can find that on YouTube. But a non-derby question for you. Since clearly we know your name, Agent Mulder, in reference to the X-Files, what is your favorite thing, if not a favorite episode of the X-Files?
I don't know. Favorite episode's really, really hard. I kind of like the one where Scully gets like kidnapped by this family of like weird mutant pigs. Have you ever seen that? It's like
I've heard about that one.
Yeah, Gillian Anderson did an AMA about it on Reddit, and it was a ridiculous episode, but I just like the spookiness of it all and the campiness.
Okay, awesome. Mutant pigs. I need to seek that one out. Also, what is your favorite thing about being here at Battle of the All-Stars 2018?
Oh my gosh, just being here is really crazy. I transferred over from Vermont, and they don't have a state team. So, like, when I moved to Massachusetts, that was my thing. I was like, I'm going to try out for Boston, and I'm going to try out for Team Mass. So, just being here on a team that exists is pretty awesome.
The success is just the icing on the cake. Thanks for taking a moment, and I cannot wait to watch you guys play against Team Colorado tomorrow.
I'm terrified and very excited.
Well, good for you, and I'm sure you're just going to be a badass. All right, thanks again. Have a great day. All right, take care. Back to you.